As the Disneyland Resort in California prepares for the original Disneyland's 70th anniversary, the resort is working feverishly to put up specially themed decor for the occasion. But one decorative structure in particular has left the internet abuzz, and not about the anniversary. Let's talk about Disney putting up the silhouette of a famous figure that isn't Walt Disney, holding Mickey's hand atop a decorative facsimile of Sleeping Beauty Castle, right in between the two parks where every single visitor would see it here on That Park Place.
Well, guys, I don't know if you saw, there was a little something strange going on in Disneyland this week. A certain silhouette hit the skies from the Esplanade, which was a word that I knew before 2 days ago.
You didn't know about the Esplanade, huh?
No,
Welcome to the Disneyland Resort.
Esplanade yourself, Marvin.
Yes. So basically what happened was we got this this figure atop the Esplanade for the 70th anniversary, which I guess is supposed to be the iconic partner statue of Walt holding hands with Mickey Mouse and pointing out into the distance of all the dreams and things that will be accomplished for the Disney company. Only, guys, if I'm not mistaken, that doesn't exactly look like Walt Disney.
No. It does not look like Walt Disney.
It seems
looks
to
like
have a very specific swoopy hairstyle, like maybe one that's iconic and something that we see literally every day.
Yeah, it's got that little thing in the back, and it also kind of poofs up in the front. That's amazing. I'm trying to think, who does that remind me of?
Oh, well, you know what? Ask no more, Jonas, because I'll answer it. Disneyland's 70th anniversary celebration is off to a strange start after a new silhouette installed at the Esplanade suddenly vanished with no public explanation from Disney. Now, the figure, meant to depict Walt Disney holding Mickey Mouse's hand, drew immediate attention for its peculiar hairline, one that many said resembled none other than President Donald J. Trump. Controversy began. Yeah, there you go. Controversy began when theme park content creator Five Fires shared a photo of the decorative silhouette on X, where it quickly went viral. Fans were quick to notice something unusual. Unlike the iconic partner statue silhouette, this version of Walt featured a sharply styled swooping hairline, one unmistakably reminiscent of President Trump's. And now, guys, it's gone.
It is gone. It is gone as of yesterday morning. I was actually informed about this Saturday night, interestingly enough, when I was at FanFest nights, because I was actually there with Mondo there attending that event. So we had a brief discussion both during the event and after, while we were on the tram ride going back up the mountain and out of Hollywood proper. While we were on that, he's like, have you seen the new structure that they've set up for the 17th anniversary in the Esplanade? And I said, well, yeah, it's like Tower of the Four Winds, right? He's like, oh, you haven't seen it. He busted out his phone and he shows me. I'm like, oh my goodness. So that's why, Marvin, you got a message later on. Like, okay, this is quite odd. And if people are wondering the context and what we're talking about when we say the silhouette or structure right here, this was actually set up for the 70th anniversary, as you can see in my screen. If it shows, oh, that's not working. There you go. And you can kind of see. It's supposed to be the turrets of like the Sleeping Beauty Castle, and every single one has a certain land depicted on them, and that happened to be Main Street. But you can see like the Jungle Cruise representing Adventureland, for example, the Space Mountain representing Tomorrowland, and so forth. And the structure actually did make its debut from beyond the construction walls actually this morning, and you can see kind of a full version of that right there. This is very similar to what Disneyland did actually last year with the Pixar Pals or Pixar Fest celebration there. And it's a very similar structure. All of it's kind of alluding to the Tower of the Four Winds motif. If you don't know what the Tower of the Four Winds is, it was actually this very iconic structure back when the 1964-65 World's Fair took place in New York. Designed by Raleigh Crump. Very proud of it. Unfortunately, it didn't make the journey back from New York, and so they basically just like demolished it. But a very famous structure, and that's why these are evocative of those designs. And so I think on top there, they were like, oh, let's go ahead and do, kind of this partner statue thing. And unfortunately, it came out like this. I think somebody was maybe being cheeky in CAD or with the CNC machine, right? It was like, oh, okay, hey, look, we can make this guy look like this. And unfortunately, I think that was a file saved, a file used, and a file installed. I think that's what happened, but I'm not sure.
I saw some people trying to say that it was it's Walt's hat, and I'm like, Walt has never worn his hat in the Partners. The Partners is so iconic. You just showed the 50th anniversary Walt Disney World Magic Band Plus, which I actually have. I'm looking at it right now. It's up on my shelf because I never use Magic Band Plus. But yeah, look at it right there. That is very clearly Walt Disney's silhouette. Right. Jonas, am I wrong?
I mean, it could be Michael Eisner. To be fair, could be Michael Eisner. Just looking at that, it's the kind of thing that it doesn't hurt anybody, but I bet somebody's getting fired over this. That is an amazing little modification. There's no one else that could be other than the 45th and 47th president of the United States. Maybe they were putting a little joke in the Hall of Presidents, and things just got ahead of them there.
So we have an update right here. I just checked Twitter right now because I've been trying to get images of what it looks like today. You can see right here. It is back, but now it's a proper silhouette of Baltimore.
Let's see. That doesn't look like El Trumpo.
Right. Yeah. It doesn't look like El Trumpo to me either. It looks like
on it, or
yes. Let me go ahead and see if I can go ahead and open it up in a tab.
If you are on a Mac, I'd say reverse pinch, and there you are. There you go.
There you go.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah, that's very clearly Walt. Wow. So like this clearly just snuck by somebody. And then they realize this is not the first time that Disneyland has quietly removed something after a social media backlash. We remember the AI artwork from the Haunted Mansion gift shop just last year, which when pressed for, information on it, Kim Irvine ho-hummed and said, it was always meant to be a placeholder. Yeah, right. Vash, has anything ever replaced that? Do we know? Like, has they ever put in new artwork?
They put in, what is it, like a shadow box of tarot cards? Is that right, James?
Yeah, they put in also tarot cards that you can buy off the shelf, just not AI generated tarot cards, as far as we're aware.
Yes. And also, too, in 2023, you'll remember that for the decorations surrounding the 100th anniversary of the Walt Disney Company, they had a lot of celebration at Disneyland, and they had these banners up, and those banners depicted, dates, like opening dates for attractions that were incorrect, attraction misspellings, or the incorrect names used for various attractions. I mean, it was all over the place, and that followed some signage over there at Indiana Jones Adventure, actually, while it was down for refurbishment that year, that was incorrect and had a lot of misspellings and improper grammar and so forth. So Marvin, they need an editor-in-chief over there, that's for sure. But more than that, though, they require somebody with a little bit more oversight. I don't know how these things go from development to print or to CNC or whatever to installation to in front of guests. I don't know how all of these things manifest in that way, but we've just seen for the last 3 or 4 years or so a real breakdown in getting things installed at Disneyland Resort, where it's it makes a social media buzz.
Absolutely, guys. Wow. This is the saga that never seems to end. So we're gonna have to do another article on this later today about the new and some might say improved, some might say downgrade. But yeah, it depends on your outlook on life, I guess.
Thanks for watching That Park Plays News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.